Okay, I just wanted to explain. I did the Gilberti versus United Nations case in New York. You can Google it. Everyone should be downloading and reading it. And it's asking the United Nations per statutes, title, U.S. title code, to come out here and verify the one in New Jersey at Washington Rock, the buried volcano, with a steam engine down at 5,000 feet, oil at 4,000 feet. But I want to title this one, Presidential Elections and Governors are a risk to the communities. For 12 years this has been going on, and I ask America, what are you bringing to the table? All I see is talk about Trump's ear and health, or Biden's health, or Kamala's ethnicity. Is she black? Is she Indian? It's all talking about themselves, and everyone's just posting. I'm bringing global knowledge to the table, and I'm being attacked by Sarasota with this syndicated group type of Bush in 9/11. In fact, Judge Padar did a little circle in front of the court after we did the mistrial hearing, and she didn't want to give an answer because she's the one that did the whole mistrial, made all the people leave. I couldn't do my defenses. Every time I did my defense, the jury had to leave the room. It was the most corrupt thing I've ever seen. It was just me and my two boys and my wife and one other lady who got her bank account zapped right in the middle of court. She gets up Padar the other day and does a spin. Every hearing we've ever had was on a Tuesday. She gets up, spins, acts like she's trying to get her paperwork, sits down and goes, okay, I have an opening on September 11th, which is a Wednesday. We all saw it. She's being a smart aleck, picking on my family and children and your families. Okay? There's a mandamus out there with the Supreme Court of Florida on all this fraud transfer. It's called organized fraud. It's a very serious issue, organized fraud. Organized fraud, you can look up the statute, Communications Fraud Act. Organized fraud includes elements engaging in or furthering a systematic, ongoing course of conduct with an intent to defraud, an intent to obtain property by false and fraudulent pretenses, representations or premises, or willful misrepresentations of a future act. They took it after they switched out the legal and sold it to the county for a park, and they're all in a fraud transfer with all the judges in Sarasota and Tampa, resulting in temporarily or permanently depriving any person of the right to property, Daughtry's property, my property, this underground benefit for the community, or beneficial or benefit thereof, or appropriately the property of one's own use to the other use of another person, or not entitled thereto. It's sitting there parked. How come Sarasota isn't hooking up? My permits are ready. Okay, so I ask America, what are you bringing to the table? So what can you do about this video? They're supposed to be going over to the sheriff's office in groups, HOA groups, pulling cards and asking for the arrest of the sheriff Hoffman and all these sheriffs in Florida that are faking these acts, like this Parkland shooting. Everyone at that school board knows that thing's fake. And it was timed around me because they're being smart alecks, called the Smith-Muntz Act. So I'm bringing something to the world and the community. I'm sitting in jail with a bunch of animals because of Judge Padar for 6 months. Again, I've done 2.5 years over 12 years. I never committed a crime because of these judges in Tampa and Sarasota and these sheriffs and state attorneys and the public defender's office. They're all an organized fraud gang. So I'm asking the public, what you're supposed to do is use your Second Amendment rights. You're supposed to take all your guns and walk down the city hall peacefully and start doing citizens arrests on all these government officials, the judges, the state attorneys especially, the public defender's officers, the sheriffs, the lieutenants, the captains, especially all you cops watching. Bring something to the table by validating these resources. It's ready to go. They're all over the place for the children. So I wanted to have my people record this and post this and say, president elections and governors of each state are a risk to all communities. Okay? So I hope everyone has a good day, and I hope you all understand this, but I got too many cases out there. Gilberti versus United Nations. Eileen Cannon just killed Gilberti versus Rubio. Says there's no law. She puts a law thing. Explains the whole thing good. How they're setting up above sky reservoirs. It could cause a drone attack on our water supply when the water's right next to it underground. But she forgot to remind herself that these people took an oath to protect our nation with the Constitution, our public safety and welfare, all these leaders like Rubio. I got Harris, Biden, Rubio, and Byron Donalds in it. I want the Democrats and Republicans to work together, but they're all a risk to the community. So I'm going to leave it at that. This is August 16, 2024.